Make sure you listen to my daddy's podcast right now. It's the best show in the world.
And this is the Card Face Up Podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Ty Hill. You already know what we do over here when we have those I Declare War segments, those I Declare shows. Y'all know we like to build moments of nostalgia. You know, those nostalgic moments that smell like mama's kitchen. You know, that shit that just smell like something, you know? And today's no different. We got another legend aboard, you feel me? And when I talk about those moments that smell like something, today's legend, he's hip-hop's royalty. He's one of those people that is walking around with a file cabinet of memories of hip-hop greatness, and he happens to just be involved with it. You know what I mean? His solo contributions to hip-hop has set him apart from your average rapper. I mean, the man do kill shit when he by himself. But not only when he by himself do he get busy, he's had the likes of some of the greatest in the game rap alongside with him. You might know him. I'm talking your Biggie Smalls. I'm talking your LL Cool J's, your Craig Mack. I'm talking your Busta Rhymes. What else? Leaders of the new school. Oh man, this man has done so much. So when I'm
Flipmode
talking
Squad.
about hip hop, oh man, look, it's the greatest. Listen. So look, without further ado, man. Further ado, man, we have the legendary Rampage, the last Boy Scout. Peace and blessings, brother.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? That was a hell of an intro. I had to sit back and was like, damn, where's the red carpet? I'm just saying, you know. I'm just playing.
Listen, I could, man, this show right here, first of all, thank you most importantly for even coming. But this show right
big
here
up
is
to my
about,
publicist, MJ, for putting this together. Big up to MJ for putting this together, too. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Definitely. Shout out to MJ, man. But this shit right here, you know, we like to build those classic memories with artists. You feel me? People that's legendary. And when I say that you walking around with a file cabinet full of legendary moments, man, you are history, man. You are hip hop royalty. You are history. They should be walking around with guns beside you, protecting you forever, man. That's what they should be doing. Because that shit is important right now.
You know something? I don't trust nobody else's guns with my guns. So, you know, I got enough of them. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm at in Phoenix, I can carry my guns whenever I want. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what? Thank you for definitely bringing me on this platform, man. I've been watching you for a minute, and I respect everything that you do, my dude. Like, just keep doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? And don't let nobody stop your flow, man. You got to keep going. You got to buzz. Keep buzzing them. Because that buzz turn into mountains if you keep pushing. You know what I mean?
I appreciate it, brother. Thank you, man. That's an honor coming from you. I know you're busy, so I want to jump right in it. You're a part of a hip-hop era.
Right.
And I want to say it's the last hip-hop era that looked like they enjoyed what the fuck they doing.
Right.
Like, everything after that is, motherfuckers, it's too serious. Like, y'all really look like y'all enjoyed it. Y'all came for business. And then, because that era, I mean, even just the Flipmode Squad itself, right? It's no punks inside of that situation. It's a bunch of real people that got real respect on the street. But inside that studio, those videos, that everything that y'all put out to the public, y'all put art out there of having fun. How do it feel to be a part of that fun time, man?
Well, you know, we come from that background. So, you know, being from the family tree of leaders of the new school, you know what I'm saying, and in the tribe era, in the daylight era, R.I.P. True Goy, all that was fun. I watched that. I watched it unravel. I watched it, R.I.P. Chris Lighty, R.I.P. Fife. I watched all of that. And being around all of that atmosphere, music atmosphere, like, you know, everybody was from different parts of the city. Some was from Long Island, some was from Queens, some from Brooklyn, all that unraveled together, making a unit and just, you know, just traveling and understanding what's going on with what you want to do. Because there's a lot of people that comes in the industry and don't know what they want to do. They don't have a clue where to start, where to go, and who to go with, and when, what, and how. And, you know, I was fortunately to be around the greats. the Black Sheeps, the you know, the Chialis, the Tribes, the De La, the Jungle Brothers, the Queen Latifahs, Apaches, Naughty. These are like people that I would just, you know, I would watch Video Music Box. That would Ralph McDaniels, that would influence me like he influenced the whole city, you know, in Brooklyn, where I was from, in Flatbush. Guys like Special Ed, who lived down the block from me, Chubb Rock. Now, the reason why I'm calling these names, these are guys that I used to see. You know, they'd be having fun too. You know what I'm saying? Doing their craft. But I didn't understand that, you know, until, you know, I had a cousin, which is the first cousin of mine, which is Busta Rhymes, who, you know, who's been in the industry for well over 30 years already and still rocking. And, you know, we've been like this since birth. And when I say birth, we've been like this since birth. And, you know, watching the moves that he making, and he allowed me to come with him on the road and teach me things, being on the road with leaders of the new school. I'm seeing Pac, I'm seeing all these guys, Digital Underground, everybody having fun, making dope ass record. Like you said, that was an era that was timeless. Watching the Cypress Hills. First time I seen Cypress Hills was in Brooklyn at a Special Ed party. You know what I'm saying? In Brooklyn. But the record was heating up, and these were fun records. We don't even know the structure of these records. These records had no structure. You could relate to the scenario. You could sing along with it. You go buy the tape. I remember buying Long Live the Cane downtown Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? We would go buy tapes. We used to jump on a train, go purchase tapes. We used to go to the Tower Records. We used to go to, you know, the little moms and pop stores to get our favorite records, our favorite artists. Those were the like fun days, man. Now we ain't got that. Now we could just download it and stream it all day. We can go, you know what I'm saying? We living in two different type of worlds, and I actually miss that. But sometimes you got to move to the future, and that's where we at right now.
Man, listen.
If I explained it the right way,
now,
I put it in
you
the
see
good.
how quiet I'm. Quiet. I like I said, hip hop historian right there, man. I'm fucking here for the show. Look, I'm like my viewers right now. And I'm here for the fucking show, man. And
Right.
you being Busta Rhymes' first cousin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all growing up together.
And Milo's my cousin. And Milo's my cousin too. Milo in the dance. Yeah.
I
It's my
didn't
cousin
know
too.
that.
It's our cousin too. Yep.
Damn.
Yep. And shout out to my other cousin, Dana Dane. And Dana Dane is my cousin too. So big up to Dana Dane. Yeah, so I come from, you know, my father was in the music business. So,
your father was a musician,
my father did music.
Right?
Yeah, my father's a musician. So big up to Wolfie. That's my dad, who influenced me a lot to do music. But my mother's the actual one that took me to BMI when there was no internet to go sign my BMI paper, so I have publishing. And my mother's name is still on my BMI information. How deep is that?
Oh.
And she did it when I was 17 because I couldn't sign for, when I first got my first deal with Rowdy Records, my mother had to sign for me. And first thing my cousin told my mother was I needed publishing. So she took me, we got on the train and went to Manhattan to the BMI building. And my mother filled out all my publishing information. And then when I went to go check some things on my publishing, my mother's name pops up at the bottom of the contract. So how deep is that? That my mother believed in my craftsmanship, and my mother was always behind me, and my mother was always making sure that I got to wherever I need to got to. I was one of those kids that was doing chores. I was doing demos with Backspin, the one who produced Wild for the Night, Backspin, the vibe chemist. Mm-hmm. I'm on the block for real. I'm even stealing cars, or I'm trying to get into some Crooklyn things. But I had a cousin who cared about me and was like, yo, you can't be in these streets. You got to come along with me. You know what I'm saying? And I got access to come along with my first cousin, which is Busta Rhymes. We from the same era. We from the same block. He was just on first. Then I was, you know, I used to battle Special Ed back in the days. He was always, he would win sometimes. But I used to battle Special Ed, and he, you know, watching him on Video Music Box, a guy that made all of these things really influenced me to take my game to the next level. You know what I'm saying? And having him to meet Biggie doing all of this was a close friend of me. Like we were really close friends. I know a lot of people say they know Biggie, but I know Biggie. You know what I'm saying? I'm hanging out with Biggie for real. I'm one of the last people to see him a couple of days before he passed. I was in LA in his hotel room, and he played me Life After Death off the Hit Factory version of it. It was a black and white. And me and him sat and burned all night. And the first record he played me off the Life After Death was You Must Be Used to Me Spending. I broke day with Biggie. I ain't seen Biggie no more after that. Like, I was really close to, that was my friend for real. Like, that's my boy. You know what I'm saying? So big up to everybody that, that love real hip hop. Biggie was one of them dudes that really do that. You know what I'm saying? And if he was alive today, he would still be busting on a lot of people with these hits.
But when you say that you
big
saw
up to the whole,
big
up to the so big up to the whole Bad Boy. And big up to Craig Mack. I got a record with Craig Mack called "You Won't Be Around."
I was about hold up. I already know about that.
I'm going into it.
Nope. I got you. Trust and believe I got you. But I don't want to leave the Biggie yet, because that was something I was going to ask you, right? So you got to chill with Big, hear the whole album prior to his death. Was you still in LA when he was murdered?
Yep.
How was that? Because I know the hospital.
I see a lot of people tell these stories, but I'll tell you a real story, because everybody got 7 million different stories, and sometimes you don't know what to believe. But I'll tell you a story. So I was at a Track Masters party the night Biggie got shot. I was at a Track Masters party. Me, one of my partners, Duquan, one of my security, his name is Blacko. We was 3 together. We went to a Trackmaster party. Everybody was at this party. Brooklyn in the building, niggas in the back, Uptown in the building, everybody rolling dice. But before I went into the party, I seen this white Land Cruiser, and it was Heavy D. And Heavy D, before I went into the party, Heavy D said, "What's up, Ramp?" I was like, "What up, D? What's the word?" Biggie got shot tonight. I was like, "Man, get the fuck out of here." And it was crazy that he said it, because where I was coming from, I heard some shots go, pap, 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 because we was just leaving a radio station doing an interview. So I didn't know that place was close to there, but I heard them shots, but didn't know what it was. So after I left the radio station, I went towards the Trackmasters party or something. Seen Heavy D, and then that's when Heavy D told me Biggie got shot tonight. I was like, get the fuck out of here. I was just with this dude a couple of days ago. And then I was like, damn. But I heard them shots, but I didn't know where they were coming from. Because I was leaving the radio station when I heard it, because that place where they was at was over there in that area, but I heard the motherfucking shots, bro. Make a long story short. So me, Duquan, and Blacko get a call. I think Duquan called Mark Pitts or D-Rock. And they said that they was at the hospital. So, and I got a witness who saw me. Latifah saw me, because she was at the hospital. That's the only person I really saw at the hospital. I was there, Duquan and Blacko. Blacko passed away. R.I.P. Blacko. I was at the hospital, and I seen the truck. And D-Rock was telling me and Duquan, what was going on. Because D-Rock can vouch for me too. I was there at the hospital. A lot of these dudes wasn't at the hospital, but I seen Latifah at the hospital. So, when I see a lot of people do these documentaries and stuff, and I don't like to talk about things like that, But again, I just want people to just be realistic about things. That shit was a horrible feeling. It was the worst feeling of my life that my friend somebody took my friend's life, man. Like that was my homeboy, that was my dude, you know what I'm saying? And it was a weird time in LA, man. I remember getting on the plane and you could drop a penny, everybody was quiet. Even the people that didn't know what was going on. That airplane was quiet going back to New York. So it was just, I'm like, damn, what do you do after that? You know what I'm saying? And all this dude wanted to, last time I seen my homeboy, man, he was just so happy about the project. He played it for me. I'm at the hotel and we chopping it up and we smoking, just me and him. I never told nobody them stories. But again, you know, you can ask Mark Pitts. He told you, Biggie told me to come to his room. Season them saw me before I went upstairs. Before I went up, I forget what hotel it was. Before I went up to the hotel, Snoop and them was downstairs. I seen Snoop and all of them. Snoop on the floor getting his hair braided. I seen Daz and Corrupt them. I seen Nate Dogg, R.I.P. Nate Dogg. They were all in the same hotel. They was on a bottom floor, and then I went up to go see Big, and I busted up with Big until day broke. Then I went back to the Mondrian because I was staying at the Mondrian. And I never told nobody this story, but I'm tired of seeing people, you know, tell stories that they don't, you know, they wasn't really in the area. You know what I'm saying? And I remember the song that Big played me, first song he played me, because he just had the master version of the Life After Death. And we was blowing back and forth, blowing back and forth. Real talk, 100.
That's crazy. And first of all, thank you for the story. Sitting there with your brother, right? Sitting there with B.I.G., man. Rest in peace, one of the greatest. Sitting there at that moment, did you ever look at him and say, Big, why the fuck are you in that?
No, I never, none of that crossed my mind. I don't be asking no questions like that. Listen.
Even by yourself?
Listen, I'm Rampage. I'm going to move how I move, man. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I was just happy to be in LA, doing what I had to do. Label had me and Busta moving around. I had to do what I had to do. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I was happy to see my boy, and I went to go chop it up with my boy, and that was just it. You know what I'm saying? There was nothing else. He was in good spirits, and he played me I was hyped to hear the fucking album. You know what I'm saying? And we was burning, and we was listening to the album. When we broke day, I told that nigga I love him, and I jumped in a cab back to the Mondrian. I told the Mondrian to call me a cab, and I went back to the Mondrian. And then I'm like, a couple days later, I'm going to the radio station. I'm doing a promo or whatever, running around with my physical, which is Busta Rhymes. Then we broke off and went somewhere else. But then I went to me, Duquan, and Blacko went to this Trackmaster party. Then before I rolled up, I seen Heavy D, and he told me. And I'm like, damn. This, you know, that shit is just, you know, you gotta treasure those moments, man. You gotta always be in good spirit. And when I saw Big, he was in good spirit, man. When I seen him, he was happy. The new joint was coming out. He just started moving again. You know what I'm saying? And I don't ask them questions everybody be asking. That was just my friend. I went to go check him to make sure he was good and sit with him and vibe with him like I always do. I always chop it up with him. He'd be like, Ramp my nigga. Every time I say, Ramp my nigga, whatever. I got videos him saying, Ramp my nigga. Ramp, what up, Ramp? I'm in the crowd. I hear Biggie on the mic, Ramp, what up? My nigga always showed me, like when I say homie always showed me love, it was beyond love, man. Beyond love. Same as Craig Mack. You know what I'm saying? I did a record with Craig Mack called You Won't Be Around Next Year with Craig Mack officially. I got the vocals and everything. You know what I'm saying? And so again, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? That was my homeboy. May they both rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? And they were some good dudes, man. From that era. You
So with
saying
the
that
record,
era, they don't make shit like that from the era no more. Oh yeah, that's
they
coming.
don't. But
And with the
with the
record,
record,
my record,
that's what I was about to say.
I'm piecing some things up because you know that's for my new project when Hell Freezes Over. That's the name of my new shit. Part 1 and part 2. Because I got a lot of shit to say coming. You know what I mean? And
So hold up, the one that we hear on YouTube, is it the actual record?
Nah. I don't know if it's on YouTube unless somebody put it on YouTube. You heard it?
I heard it.
I don't know.
Yeah, you gotta check that because it's with Craig Mack doing a "Won't Be Around Next Year."
Yeah, that's it.
It still got the same like, and then it got his verse after that. Is that a new verse? Your verse is
that's a new verse.
And then
that's a new verse. But I don't know who put it up there, so that's crazy. But I have the masters. Nobody got that.
I'm looking. So tell us, run us through that shit, Ramp. What was
So during that time, Craig Mack was working with my producer, Felony Music, which is one of my cousins. He produced, I believe, 5 new joints from Craig Mack. That was crazy. I don't know if anybody heard him, but Fel got him. And him and Fel was going back and forth because I plugged him up with Fel. Then he said to me, yo, me and you need to do a joint together. So what I did was, Fel did the record because Fel was already in the studio with Mac, played him the record. I told Mac what I wanted him to say. And me and Mac go back and forth. So I booked a session in Long Island at the studio called Music Palace. And I paid for the session. I sent my verses in over there and they pulled up the session and Craig Mack went in and just blessed me.
That shit is tough. I can't wait for the world to get it. Y'all,
I don't even
want y'all to listen to the shit that y'all.
Yeah, because it's not that's not a mixed version of it. So whoever put up on it, that's not cool, but it's all good. Just to let you know that it's real. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm telling you something that's accurate, real, you don't have to, you know what I'm saying? People, that's not, they put the vocal. Nah, man. I got the original vocals, man. You know what I'm saying?
We can't wait to hear that shit because either the little.
And I know he was working on another album with a couple other people, so I knew that. But I know either they got flown in vocals, my shit was original, authentic. You know what I mean? Now, we can call Music Palace and they can prove it to you. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Nah, now Ramp, right? So let's drop back to 92. You know, Rampage gets his first deal. You signed with ARISTA, right?
Let's just clear that up. I was the first one to sign on Flipmode. I was the first one with a deal.
That's what I was about to.
So
that's
it was Flipmode.
Your first shit says
Rowdy
Flipmode
and ARISTA. Yeah. So I'm signed to Flipmode. Flipmode had a deal with Dallas Austin, who has a deal with ARISTA. So, and the first record I pulled out. So the first thing I pulled out was Beware the Ramsack, produced by Rashad Smith, Tumbling Dice. Independent, you know, let me just tell you where, you know, it was a dope look of me putting a record out. That was like my first joint because I was working on the album, and it's funny, I go from there to jumping on Flavor in Your Ear, then jumping on Woo-Ha, then getting a deal at Elektra. So I actually had 2 deals. I was on ARISTA, Flipmode, Rowdy, got off that and got on Elektra. But my album that I was supposed to put out, The Red October, I pushed it back. Somebody bootlegged it and put it online. Put the shit online. It's on the album that I was supposed to put out on Rowdy. Somebody leaked it, put it online. You know how YouTube, whoever did it, I don't know. But either they had a DAT or they had a demo of it. A lot of that shit.
You say you ain't popping unless you bootleg, man.
Exactly. So it was a lot of bootleg things going on. And I'm like, whatever. If they bootleg this shit, that means it's hot. Somebody wanted to hear it that bad. But it wasn't even, it was just songs that I recorded, but I didn't sync them together yet how I wanted to do it. So I wound up using some of them songs for my album on Elektra, Scouts Honor. But I didn't have Wild for the Night and all that yet. You know what I'm saying? So it was a label transition, but it was a good move because I was listening to Busta because he said when you fall, you got to get back up. And one thing I love about my physical, my cousin, he would never let me fall and I would never let him fall. But I would never let him down, but as much as he believed in me more than I believed in myself at that time. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I love about Busta Rhymes, when he's passionate about something, he definitely puts his foot down. And every time he told me something, it came to pass. It might not came to pass now, but it came to pass tomorrow. It came to pass. And then I would just say, you know what, cousin, you was right. Sometimes we as artists has to listen to certain people that knows. And, you know, when I had the Ramsack, I was thinking it was supposed to go crazy. And, you know, it didn't really go crazy, but it went crazy because it helped me build my overseas underground fans. It helped me build the name. So now I get what they were doing. It was like a throwaway record just to get people prepared for what I had coming. So they were setting me up and it set me up. But sometimes you can't set a person up. It's always on. It has to be great timing. Everything is, I don't care if you just inked the deal with Def Jam. If you ain't on at the right time and you just put it out on Def Jam, people ain't gonna get it right away. Sometimes you have to build anticipation. A lot of us artists have these problems of waiting. We want to push the button now. We want to put it out tomorrow. We want to put it online right now. See, sometimes when you put it online and you don't set it up, it goes away faster because nobody knows about it because you don't invest in yourself. I tell artists, you have to invest in yourself. You can't just sit there and put it online and you got 153 projects online and none of them are moving. That shit don't make sense. Stop being an artist going backwards. That's what I didn't understand. But now I do understand it now. Now I understand by listening. I understand about, you know, when Busta say, yo, do it like this, do it like that, do it like that, do it your way, but do it like this. You know what I'm saying? I had those expertise pointing me in the right direction, but you got to be every artist, you got to be open for change. You got to get out your old ways. Some of us artists, we block our careers when we don't understand. Sometimes we think we know it all. Sometimes we think we're supposed to do it all. Nah, if you do it all, you might miss something. You can't get a homeboy operation manager. You got to get somebody that know how to manage, but they can't manage your career unless you got something really cracking. Yo, this boy is my manager. How is you got a manager already putting money on your head to you already being in debt because this dude can't manage if you ain't hot in these streets? A lot of these artists got to understand you have to execute your own buzz. That's why it's only a handful of people that's to the top. Some people be like, yo, I'm better than him. It's not the point that you're better than him. It's the point is he was at the right place at the right time. A lot of these artists don't trust their timing. They don't trust themselves. They think because they got a buzz around the way, they're going to have a buzz around America. Got to understand these foreigners and these Papa Smokes and these drill people, they build their own buzz, but they also putting money into marketing so it can get past their area. We got to learn how to, if you can invest in Jordans, you can invest in a marketing plan. As many as Jordans that you bought, you can invest in a marketing plan for yourself. It takes $150,000 to create your wave in the industry. But if you have these followers and you have these views and you're being consistent, a lot of artists got to have consistency. This is where they lose at. They don't have the patience and they don't have consistency. Yo, why you not playing my joints? Why you not playing my joints? It's not the point that if I'm a DJ and I'm not playing your joints, it's just you're not doing the right things to make me want to play your joints. And it ain't even about money. I'm just telling all the artists that's watching this, wake the fuck up. Keep it 1,000. Keep it 1 billion. Yo, don't do it because you seen Kanye and I'm doing it or Meek Millie. Don't do it because they doing it because everybody's wave is different. Yo, I'm doing it because it's the drill way. Nah, don't do it because it's the drill way. Do it because it's your way. I'm from the era, if you had a demo tape, the whole city knows about it because I'm at the lyricist lounges. I'm out there. I'm getting on stage. I'm showing people what I'm doing. Now, you can show people what you're doing by going live. Sometimes people be like, man, it don't work for me. My numbers ain't going up. Stop paying for fake numbers. Stop paying for fake things. Be authentic. Be one of those authentic artists. The longer you take, when you finally get it, you're gonna appreciate it. But everybody want it fast. You can't get it fast in the whole music industry. Understand, separate your homeboys from getting, yo, I can look at your contract. No, you need an entertainment lawyer to look at your contract. Well, these boys want to invest in me. Okay, then come up with a contract or one sheet where they can invest in you so they can get their returns. Understand what you're signing. Understand who you are as an artist. This is me learning all of this from that era. This is me understanding things are not personal, it's business.
So when you speak of that shit, because the homeboy contract, the homeboy lawyer shit, right?
Right.
And we also got a world, like we was just now speaking of Big. You mentioned Pac for a second. You know, back then you even had artists being murdered and shit, but artists had security back then. I want you to speak on the homeboy security too, because rest in peace, you know, people like Takeoff, and a lot of other artists that we have lost recently, young men, young artists that's walking around with that mind state of we got homeboy security. Right. How big of a factor is that today?
All I'm going to say, and all those artists that lost their life, may they rest in peace. I pray for all their families. You have to be mindful of your circle. You have to be mindful of your circle. If you're making millions of dollars, you must have a security, not a homeboy security, not your homeboy. Start you a security company, something that you can carry firearms, somebody that you can move around with, somebody that's, you know, just like how you rap, they just do security. They don't do nothing outside of that. They don't voice their opinions. They just tell you things to secure your life, not homeboy operation. You want to be the security, but then you want to be drinking in VIP. That's not a security, or somebody come up to your security dude and slap him in the fucking face in front of you. Now you got to fire this fucking dude. That's homeboy fucking security. It's like the security want to be the star more than you want to be the star. Or the security ain't on point because he looking at the girls and not looking at his artists, but yet he wants them $1,000 and he wants them big paycheck loads and he wants to travel and do all this, but he's not really head of security. He wants to be the artist. You don't want a security that wants to be the artist. He wants to be you. He wants to be your homeboy. He's not your motherfucking homeboy. See, when we was doing that, we didn't play them games. We had a security. He put his shirt on. He put his armor on. We flying with 2 or 3. When we touch, we got 2 more 3, and everybody's in sync, and everybody's on their headphones, and they talking how we moving, where we going out the back door, we going out, not in the front door. We're not coming in this car, and we not. And one thing I'm telling you, artists, man, when you're on the come up, stop telling people where you're gonna be. That shit is automatically shut up. Stop setting yourself up. If you're from the block, you know better. If you're not from the block, you're not going to know better. Stop wearing $1 billion of jewelry on this streaming platform, and then when you shoot into the restaurant, there's a whole bunch of wolves outside. The man behind the trees. I say the man behind the trees because he's mysterious. He's always outside, and nobody ain't so top that you can't be touched. Anybody can be touched. I don't care. The president could be touched. Just understand and be mindful of your whereabouts. Be mindful on how you move out here on these internet streets and on these streets, because everybody ain't your friend.
So we got Rampage. That's one of the things, right, with Flipmode Squad. First of all, brother, thank you for the jewels. It should have needed. But we have Flipmode Squad, right? We have how y'all have moved over the years. And like you said, y'all move strategic, move the intelligent way, the same
Right.
jewels you just now dropped for them. But
Right.
at the same time, Flipmode Squad, I know some shit about Busta. I'm from Baltimore. Shout out Baltimore.
Right.
Busta was down here for some years, during his beginning times and shit, right?
Right.
The one thing Busta has been able to do, and the Flipmode Squad has been able to do, is kind of not get caught up in shit. Like, do you think that comes from the style?
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you straight what it is. We just mind our motherfucking business. If it ain't got nothing to do with me, what the fuck I'm poking at a beard that ain't got nothing to do with me? People need to mind your business. We in there to do music business. I'm not in there trying to see who got the beef, and I don't care about that, man, because I'm trying to turn these bags. I'm trying to invest in my businesses. I got tons of business. I do not give a fuck about your beef, his beef, their beef. That shit ain't got nothing to do with me. It's when everybody start poking the bear. That's when everybody gets the worst of it. Mysteriously, the man behind the trees is getting everybody. Mind your motherfucking business. That ain't got nothing to do with you. Everybody want to know who did what, how he did it, how did he die, how this one get shot. Listen, that shit is nobody's fucking business. This is why they can't find anybody, because everybody want to talk about it and always give their fucking opinions. But at the end of the day, it's the man behind the trees. Nobody know who did what. That ain't your motherfucking job. That's for the fucking police and investigators to deal with it. I never seen so much people incriminate themselves on these fucking internet platforms, and all these motherfuckers doing these documentaries. Some of these niggas is coming home. Some of these niggas been down for a while, and niggas is asking, is it true that they did this? Man, listen, motherfucker. If you did do it, you opening up old wounds. Stop opening, and people don't know, when you open up these old wounds and you still think you still king of the fucking block, the young boy come through and wipe you. Because you opening up old wounds and you still thinking you the king of the block. This is a whole fucking different era. These little dudes out here is not playing. But you gotta respect the era we living in. We living in the era where you gotta mind your motherfucking business. I don't give a fuck. If it's not your business, don't mind it. And if somebody say it, when I hear things, I go, okay, this ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm gonna go over here and get a drink. I'm gonna go in this corner by myself, because I don't be wanting those vibes in my soul. I ain't posting up RIP. I'm not doing all of that, because then I'm like them. I don't move like them. I'm from the era, man. If you don't shut your mouth, niggas will come see you in the weirdest place at the weirdest time. All these motherfuckers is making these documentaries and all this, talking about, I was that boy. Okay, you was that boy, but then all the stuff that you did the time you came home, but you still talking about it now. The family is, you opening up rooms for the family, the kids, the nephews. Yo, this the man behind the trees. You know what I'm saying? The man behind the trees. So mysteriously something, it's the man behind the trees. You gotta, there's a code of the street. Shut your motherfucking mouth. If it don't concern you, don't mind its business. There's a lot of rappers that talk shit, but on the truth, you got these niggas running up on them because they open the market for that. These youngins, regardless if they young, smack that little nigga. You're not really gonna smack this little nigga knowing that in 20 minutes or 5 minutes, he gonna be back with that cannon. And he pull up on you. What can you do? You stuck. Be mindful of people in general. I ain't saying be a bitch. I'm saying be cautious. I'm saying what might be good for them might not be good for you. Don't play something that you're not. Because out here, there's dudes that don't do music that can get real in minutes. Or some people could go, you could go to different towns, cats can make calls. And as soon as you get off the plane, shit get misty. The man behind the trees.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So we have to be, as a musical unit and an era, We have to watch what we say, watch how we move, and we just got to be smart about things. That's it. If you mind your business, nothing could happen to you. But if you're poking at somebody else's bear, well, so-and-so said this about you. And then they got friends that got friends, and now everybody's on this social media and everybody's talking about it and everybody's poking at it and poking at it. Well, why didn't they do this? Again, it's too much. I'm explaining that it's too much. And all this shit is gonna come down as everybody getting indictment for shit that they don't got nothing to do with. That shit don't make sense, bro. We gotta think smarter as people. Every color. Stop trying to be things that you're not, because there's already somebody that can come take your crown at any time, bro. Be mindful of the things that you do, artists. Be mindful of your career. If you was not gangster, then that's not a role that you need to play, because that when you play that, you open up doors when you go to another city and somebody be like, yo, is this nigga really doing what he's saying he doing? And then as soon as you get to the airport, they strip you butt naked. I'm just saying. Or they invite you to town like they book you a show. Get it? Book you a show? That happened to plenty of artists. Got checked. We want to check your temperature. So for you not to go through that, artists, be mindful of what you say and how you say it. I just want to get on stage and rock the night. I want to leave everybody with the hip hop moment tonight. I'm celebrating hip hop. I'm celebrating 50 years like every other hip hop person. I'm into hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I'm into teaching hip hop. I've been teaching school for the last 3 years to kids. I'm showing kids how to set up their own businesses. I'm showing kids the 5 elements of hip hop. I've been doing this for 3 years in the Phoenix system, school system. You know what I'm saying? Because again, somebody gave me the knowledge. So I can't keep it to me. I can't teach grown-ups. I got to teach these kids because they are the new wave of the future. I got kids these ages. I'm not out here to impress these motherfuckers. I'm Rampage. You can call me underrated, whatever you want to call me. But I got tons of motherfucking businesses, my dude. I'm doing something about it. I'm one of them niggas from the era. You won't see me out there like that, bro. I'm conscious of what I do. I'm walking in the way of the righteous. I'm walking straight. I'm understanding what's going on. And I don't poke at shit that ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't want people to say Rampage said this, Rampage. You know what? When I hear it, it is going in my ear and it stay that way. It don't move nowhere further. I just go, while everybody is ganging and doing what they doing, starting and fronting, I'm creating another business. I got several businesses. This is what I got from the era, the good era that we from. I took my royalties and then I invested in myself. I don't got to be on top of the music game. Why? I got a water company, my dude. I own a sneaker company. I own a water company. I'm into health and wellness. I ain't trying to sell no poison to nobody. I'm not trying to trick nobody. I'm not trying to do none of that. I'm walking in the way of the righteous. I'm understanding what I needed to do to help people. I'm building a business so I can help people. And first thing I'm doing is teaching these kids, man. These kids is losing parents left and right. Some of us is dying left and right. We got to get right with ourselves. If your body is not right, then you're not going to be right. If you're not eating right and you're not living right, it's going to show. We all gained a couple of pounds. But sometimes we need to take our asses to the gym. We can't always look pretty. We can't always stunt in our big boys. Sometimes we need to stunt in our big boys and go to the motherfucking gym. We need to do something about it if we plan to live long. Right now, our age ain't living long right now. Dropping dead. You know, you're not promised the morning. Fuck tomorrow. You're not promised the morning, bro. You an artist? Go out here and be an artist. Don't poke at the bear. If you're not street, don't play the street in the middle of it. Because this is how people get caught up, man. And, you know, the less shit you talk about, put that shit in your music if you want to talk about shit. Turn it into money. Turn it into publishing. All my new film directors, continue to build your film company. All my new podcasters, keep doing your podcasts. All my people on the way on to come up, keep doing it the way you coming up, because if you stop, then you got to start all over again. We living in the process where we can't go backwards. See, when you go backwards, then you fail. If you got a mind to stop, get the fuck up and keep doing your business. And I'm here to touch them. I'm here to motivate them. I got a book coming. The name of my book is called Rules, Levels, and Decisions. I've been writing it since 2015. I'm almost done with it. Rules, levels, and decisions. There's rules you got to live by. There's decisions that you got to make. And there's rules, and it's decisions, and there's rules. That's just it's rules that you don't do that. You do that, then you have problems, right?
That's real. That's real. We over here.
If you make a decision, then it's a good decision because you got to that bad because of that decision that you made. So my new book is called Rules, Levels, and Decisions. I'm just motivating the next person because there's people that showed me how to be motivated, like Chris Lighty. R.I.P. Chris Lighty. He showed me about management and numbers and what type of deal you should negotiate. I'm an excellent dude when it comes to music, education, and getting to the next level. I'm not gonna go on these panels. When you go to these panels, let me show you how to get rich. They're not gonna tell you how to get rich. You gotta tap in to your inner. Everybody that wanna be in the music business, podcast business, DJ business, whatever business you wanna be in, research it yourself. Instead of having the homeboy operation tell you what to do. And they don't even really know. They don't even know how to make an LLC or get an EIN number or Dun and Bradshaw number. Don't talk to me unless you got a business plan. Got to have a business plan walking on earth today because earth is serious. Take a piece of the land. The land is yours. The world is your land. The world is mine. You better understand that song. Understand what the culture is. Understand we still fighting police brutality. We still in them times from the 60s. Ain't nothing changed. But I tell you this, if you mind your business and go do you wouldn't have them problems. Sometimes we at the right place, sometimes we at the wrong time. Sometimes some of this shit has just been written for us to see, to let you know who the fuck you are at the end of the day. See, when you fake, reality always sets in. Regardless, I don't care how much $1 million you got. I don't care how much change you got on your neck. Just that fast, as soon as you went to the bathroom, All-Star Weekend, them dudes is in your pockets beating you down because you might have looked at somebody wrong or because you was in an atmosphere full of goons and tigers and bears and snakes. See, when you come with $1 million stuff with goons, tigers, and snakes, what do that do when you're walking in the jungle? What's the question on that? Be mindful how you move. If you're a business, walk like a businessman. You see those billboards? They're making things that we artists can market ourselves and make it look like $1 million, but we artists, we rush so fast and we drop the ball. I'm tired of dropping the ball. I'm tired of telling people what to do. I'm tired of giving people advice because they wishy-washy with it. Well, my ball told me we could do it like this. Fuck with the OG saying, okay. Then as soon as y'all went to the corner, because a nigga didn't forget that beef you had 3 years ago. He just came home. Bam. My baby didn't hurt nobody, but he still got smoked at baby's party. Better ask Easy E. Why did he put some shit like, you know what I'm saying?
That's real. That's
we
real.
Are messages
hey, Ramp,
from my era.
And that's what we got to jump back into your era, man. The jewels is fucking the generation needs it, man. And the thing about the school teacher, I did that shit for 5 years, right? Baltimore City, I was a school teacher for 5 years, and I taught hip hop and the same 5 elements and all of those things, man, to the youth. So salute for that, right? I want to get into one of the motherfucking one of the illest studio sessions, right? And this is the difference, another difference from the 90s and that classic hip hop era versus now. Now niggas fly everything to each other. These niggas ain't in the same studio. They not breathing the same air. Nigga, your air smell good, my air polluted. We ain't got the same energy on this motherfucking song, but you got to feel the same energy during motherfucking with LL Cool J. Fred
big up
Mack,
to LL. Big up.
Busta Rhymes. Flavor in your ear. Biggie Smalls. Tell me what the fuck, how do a Rampage get on this song? Not to take nothing from your credibility at this time, but you were still the youngest. You're the most probably undeveloped of them at this time, right? And you was the youngest, right? Which was like 20?
Yeah.
19?
Yeah.
How the fuck a kid get on the song with it? And I know they...
So I'm gonna tell you how I got on the record. I got on the record because after Ramsack, I was just going through some shit. Then I get a call from Busta Rhymes and Craig Mack on the phone together on the 2-way. And Busta says to me, Ramp, I got Craig Mack on the phone. He want to speak to you. I was like, what the fuck is Craig Mack want to speak to me for? Right? Because I'm going through it with the Ramsack. That shit ain't pop. You know what I'm saying? I'm going through it. So he was like, yo, I'm a fan of yours. I'm sitting here talking to Busta. We chopping it up. I want you on the Flavor in Your Ear joint. So I hung up the phone and was like, what? Is this happening? Like, this is me in my room on New York Avenue. I'm still on the block, home. Busta calls me back and said, when you fail, you got to get back up. But I'm a secure something for you. Call me back, boom. I want to say 2 days later, this nigga come get me and we going to the studio, but he didn't tell me where we were going. So we go to the studio. This nigga's over there scripting up his verse. As soon as I walk in, they played the record. So this is my first time hearing it. Biggie laid his verse. L's verse was done. Easy Mo B was in the studio. Here come Puff. He says to me, yo, you got something for this? I told that nigga, give me like 15 minutes. So I went in the corner. Bus is still in the corner, scripting what he's scripting. I go in the booth. 2194, mad motherfucking hardcore. It's my time to burn the Rick Explore. The flavor in your ear is the Boy Scout. That make outs. I make all the rappers have doubts. You fucking with the wrong clan and the wrong man, that's it. Now you gotta get your dome split. I go into my knapsack with my gat, take off my hat. Yes, I'm just cool like that. The dangerous, the ruggedness, from the flappish abyss. BLS 97 kids bounce to this. I'm gonna live long in this rap game. Niggas know my name. Stop. That was the only piece that I stopped on, right? In the booth. So I'm looking around and then Puff was like, yo. I said, Puff, come here. Say this last line. And we done. Puff said, burn them in the flames. Because that's the only way he was going to be on the record, though. But looking at Puff, like, I know you got something for this page. And this is my first time really, this is my real time really vibing with niggas. And then I say 2 weeks later, we was at the video shoot. The nigga L was like, Rant, whatever you need, nigga, I got you. Choo! He moving around, getting right for the video. Seeing Biggie, you know, Big, my nigga, where we going after this, Rant? What we doing? What we doing? What we doing? Big telling me that after we leave. But I was the last one to do my part. Everybody left. Puff and Hype kept me there last because Puff wanted to bond with me. Now I understand affiliation. Busta already told me affiliation. If you don't affiliate just something, when you with somebody that's over you or whatever, you got to affiliate. This is why he was doing all those those features because he was affiliating himself with everybody. I didn't get it until he showed it to me. Puff kept me there. Hype kept me there, so I'm vibing with them. I'm vibing. That day doing the video, that's when the shit really kicked up. That's when it hit me. When I left the video, it didn't hit me when I did the verse because I didn't know 2 weeks after I did the verse. 2 weeks later, I hear Funk Master Flex. New York City. Hold up. Funk Master Flex says, you should hear this. Bad boy. I'm like, motherfucking. And then he was explaining who was on the remix, but when I came in, 2194. Man, motherfucker. But now I'm in Flatbush now. Now, there's a couple of big dudes in my neighborhood on that level before me. Special Ed, Chubb Rock, Chip Fool, the Fool Schnicks. These are all these niggas that's in my neighborhood. Little Sean. These are niggas on my. So I gotta rep for the Bush something crazy. Watch Video Music Box. Watching BT and Rap City, the video was circulating heavy. But the record was circulating first. So I was getting mad calls. Cass was like, yo, is that you on that record? I was like, that ain't you. So 2 weeks later, we did the video. So now I'm bonding with L. I'm bonding with Mac. I'm bonding with Big. I'm bonding with Puff. I'm bonding with everybody. Busta said to me, I told you all this time. I told you. Then I seen him tell Puff, I told you my cousin was going to kill shit. I told you. But remember, I was feeling some type of way off that Rampsack bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But again, that was just a start for me to get my feet in the door. But sometime, remember I told you it was timing with that. I didn't know that was going to happen. But Bus, he secured that for me. It was never for him or it was never for me listening. Remember I told you had to listen and not ask. I never asked no questions. When he said he got something, I don't ask no questions. I just go do the work because this is something that I've been wanting to do for years. And he helped me paint that picture. So if it was never for him saying, come on, and embracing me, or going to Backsman's house that day, late at night, when I was on the block and I was coming to Backsman's crib and my cousin was sitting there and he was playing my demos to Busta, you would have never heard of me. So salute to Busta Rhymes, the eighth wonder of the world, the Dungeon Dragon. He's the, and for those, and I gotta say this, you can't fuck with his catalog. Fuck a battle. You don't want it with his catalog. You don't want it with him. You don't want it.
I think we missed out.
When they say they wanted to do all them verses, let me show you. The reason why it didn't happen because that man's catalog, my dude. Let me show you. If you battled him, let me show you what you had to come with. This nigga he could just get you on collaborations. Yeah, he got more collaborations than half of them dudes got albums. Whoever y'all was trying to pair him up with. That's just on collaborations. That shit deadly, man. I forgot half of the shit that he was so. That's how much shit it was. And everything counts when you do verses. If there was another verses and that ever, just understand he could pick certain classic verses and just bust niggas' asses off the door. He could just tear the hinges. So I was like, I seen everybody talking about it. And then I said to myself, I don't give a fuck what these niggas think. This man has 1 billion clips. When I say 1 billion clips he could let go at any time, y'all better leave him the fuck alone, man. Leave him the fuck alone on that level. Leave him the fuck alone. Don't even talk about it.
No, I want to know, do you think Lil Wayne got a chance on it?
I'm not even going to talk about that. You didn't hear what I said to you. Let me say what I said to you again. Busta Rhymes has more features than a lot of motherfuckers got albums. I'm going to sit here and wait. Y'all count them for me. That's all I'm gonna say, man. The nigga's the eighth wonder of the world, man. Give it up, everybody. The jig is up. The dude has more features than a lot of y'all got albums. And they classic verses.
Right.
He's the only artist I know that got more features than everybody in the rap era. He has the most features. So if you talk about that, you have to count those. Those are shits got to be counted. He could take you just on features. Don't get it fucked up with my squad, man. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Don't get it fucked up. Don't poke at the wrong. That's the wrong bear you poking at. You poking at Woodsy the Owl. You gotta stop it. Stop it now. So I respect the culture, but I know this man has more features than a lot of y'all got albums. So when you
so how
think
do it
about
feel? How do it feel though when you get shit?
That's his.
No. I know that shit is fucking immaculate. That's kind of an asinine question to even ask. Like you said, eighth wonder of the world. Busta is something different that we ain't never fucking seen.
I call him the eighth one. He know I call him the eighth one of the world.
That shit is different.
His shit, listen, I'm gonna tell everybody. Shit is flawless, immaculate.
Fact.
You're not.
But how do it feel when you see these crazy ass lists? Like for instance, that we just now got the Vibe 50 greatest MCs, which I don't know why the fuck they keep doing these lists. It's never a face behind who the fuck is creating them.
Can I tell you something?
And you get somebody like Busta, they put at 33 though.
Can I tell you 33? Something?
33, Busta fucking Rhymes at 33.
Can I tell you something? Please. Busta Rhymes is the eighth wonder of the world. That's all I'm gonna say. Please don't get it fucked up. Please don't never stop making lists. Because every time y'all make lists, that shit is inaccurate. Y'all bored. Y'all doing nothing. That doesn't do anything for the culture. But if somebody really wanted to do something for the culture, go through everybody's album and go through everybody's features and shit that they've been a part of and add all that shit up. Understand. Stop making lists. See, they make lists for everybody to talk about. So I'm not even going to step in. I ain't even going to poke that bear. All I'm going to say is what I've been saying is Busta Rhymes is the eighth wonder of the world. Can't fuck with him. I stand on it. Can't fuck with my squad. I stand on it. Can't fuck with me. I stand on it. You know we the greatest. I don't got to tell you all that. New album coming soon. I don't have to tell you all that.
Flipmode Squad.
Forever,
hey, yo,
man.
Hey, Ramp,
hold. I got to say this. Hold up. I got to say this too. Is the best female rapper.
Hold up. That
times.
clipped out. That clipped out. I read your lips, but I want to say it again.
Rod Digger is the best female rapper of all times. They don't want bar for bar with Digger. Please don't get it twisted.
Digger. First name.
Listen. Please don't get it twisted about Digger. Please, man. I'm saying it out my mouth. Digger, I seen Digger dust niggas with a baby in her belly, ripping niggas in bars with a baby in her belly. That's all I'm going to say. And remember this, Flipmode is still the squad, and all you haters, fix your face.
Look, I'm going to tell you some things I'm disappointed with, right? One thing I'm disappointed with, it's two things with Flipmode I am disappointed with. I wanted Digger to do more fucking acting, because Rob was so dope on acting, and they didn't. I wanted her out there more on acting because I fucking loved her beyond the music. And I fucking wanted Busta Rhymes and ODB, and God didn't give us, I guess, enough time for that. I wanted a whole collabo album with ODB and Bust. Oh my gosh, I just felt like them two together was just fucking ill. It's just an ill creation of what the fuck they did. Now let's get back into Rampage, man. We already know Flipmode Flipmode is the squad, and they the greatest. We already know that shit. You understand? Let's
Please
get
know
back
that.
into because
Please know that.
we jumped on Flavor in Your Ear, right? And how that moved. And again, like you said, Busta was about creating those relationships. And that shit sparked something in my head that was like, damn, if you watch this video back, you're going to see me like, that's why. Because I was about to ask, what made you sign with Dallas Austin back then when Dallas Austin was known?
So what made me sign is Busta had a production deal with Dallas Austin.
That's why I said you fucked me up with that, because I was wondering, so, again, I'm a music advocate, I know another bad creation.
I signed the deal before he signed the deal. He didn't have no deal. I'm the only one that had out the group. I'm the only one that had the deal first. He didn't have a deal. He wasn't signed.
So that's how he ended up writing on Another Bad Creation, which most people don't know. He's on that second album as
his relationship. He, Dallas Austin is family, so his relationship with Dallas Austin is crazy. Like, that's his bro. Like, they bros. Like, for real. Yo, it's deep. Listen, it's deep. That's all I can say to you. It's deep.
But it put together so much. But even before the Flavor in Your Ear Rampage, we also had the Leaders of the New School on what the fuck? Spontaneous.
Yeah, that was the first record I ever been on. That's my first record that I ever featured on. So big up to the leaders of shit. So again, the New School Society, the Rumpletilskins, the Cracker Jacks, myself, leaders of the New School on 13 MCs on one tram set. All of us, we was all together. We used to travel and do shows all together. We used to come out with leaders of the New School. I used to open up for them. They used to open up for them. I get a call. We all meeting at Chunk King. That's the studio everybody used to record in. And, they threw that fucking beat on. Extra, extra. Read it. Look what it's all about. I'm the last Boy Scout. I turned it out anytime that I can. My master plan is to do what's grand. I'm a rugged nigga. Street rugged nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's Brooklyn and Long Island and Brooklyn together. We going in. So, and also I used to open up for leaders of the New School. Sometimes they would have me before, they do their show and they'd bring me out. So I was just learning a lot being with my brothers, Dingo D, Charlie Brown, Marlo, Buster, R.I.P. Geronimo. I had a lot of fun, man. I had a lot of fun. That's that 89. I think it was 89. We was just moving around. 88, 89. Being on the road with leaders of the New School, great experience. Like, it taught me a lot. First time I seen Ice Cube up close. First time I seen Pac. First time I seen Public Enemy. You know what I'm saying? They were on the road with these groups constantly, and I was on the road with them. I learned a whole lot, man. I learned a whole lot. And I had fun, man. You know what I'm saying? Seeing my brothers rock, man. They was killing shows. I remember seeing them perform with the Nubians a lot. I remember seeing them performing with Tribe. Oh, when they with Tribe, that shit turned the fuck up. Oh, you gotta be there to see that, man.
And I wanted to get into that because then leaders connecting with you got them connecting with Native Tongue, Jungle Brothers, Tribe. You got rest in peace, like you say, like we said earlier, the Dove, aka my man Dave from De La Soul. You got all of that happening, and you got Rampage being young, and like, you ever look at your story and be like, because we said this shit from the beginning of this interview. Yo, you're a walking fucking historian of hip hop. Like,
but you know what? I see a lot of people from that same era, and they just be on these shits talking shit. And I don't want to be buffoonery. I don't want it to be fake. I want it to be real. You know what I mean? I saw a lot of that shit go. I seen shit and I did shit a lot of motherfuckers ain't never did. And all I keep seeing is, yo, you underrated, man. I wish you was doing this. I'm sure everybody say that, but let me show you how underrated I am. I got lots of publishing. Let me show you how underrated I am. I ghostwrite for a lot of people. I got a lot of gold and platinum records, and I still got my publishing. And every time somebody say I'm underrated, I go look at my business that I just bought. Remember, I played on certain teams. You know how you play on all-star teams? Notice, all I'm gonna just say, I went from Ramsack, Flavor in Your Ear, Woo-Ha, and Wild for the Night. I'm still getting publishing. Yo, why he never put it out? Because everything is timing. Man, he was underrated, man. He was this, that. Trust me, y'all. I listen to all I read y'all comments. I'm gonna just let everybody know I read your comments. I get it. I understand. Some people be wanting it the most. Some people, I can't answer everybody. By y'all saying I'm underrated, I like that because again, I'm gonna tell you this: when they put an artist in the box, it's never what everybody thinks. Just because you don't see me on the forefront, that don't mean that I ain't in the crew. It's because y'all ain't tapping into me. Y'all tap into whoever y'all tapping into. And I understand y'all fans, and I love all my fans. But understand, when I do this When Hell Freezes Over, part 1 and 2, and the people that I got on my records, and the singles that I'm about to release, big up to the conglomerate, big up to my new label, big up to everybody, big up to Spliff Star. He got a hot record. Spliff record is crazy. It's called Live Life. Big up to Spliff Star. Big up to Rod Digger. Big up to Lord Have Mercy. Big up to Baby Shan. Big up to Rock Marcy. You know, we still moving, baby. Ain't nothing gonna stop us.
What's next for Flipmode? I know y'all got some new shit coming. I hear the album already fucking complete.
Yeah, it's done. So that's all I'm gonna do is tell everybody stay tuned. That's it. That's it. That's all I can do. Y'all gotta stay tuned. And it's not when y'all want it, it's when everything is timing, my dude. Understand, Digger's running rapid on that shit. Oh my God. Splash Brothers style. I'm telling you. Oh my God. That shit is Gorilla Monsoon, man. That new rulership. That new rulership. Oh my stars. Your boy is back. Keep talking about me. Hey. I want y'all to keep talking. Keep talking. I hear you. Remember, it stays right here. I'm gonna show my ass though. Definitely.
Dope shit. Hey, Ramp, I want you to tell the fans, the listeners, you know, I don't like even calling them fans. We all support each other. So I want you to tell them how to keep in contact with you, how to stay update with you, all your social medias and shit like that, so that they know how to keep up with Rampage. You know, the Last Boy Scout, Flipmode is the Squidard. I've been wanting to say that shit for years, man. I'm like, you get what I'm saying?
Yo, man. Flipmode is the squad forever. Forever. It don't stop. It's in my blood. Just because you don't see me, that don't mean I ain't in. So I just want people to get it right. You can read whatever you want to read, but a lot of that shit don't be true. You know, all you people that's looking in, tapping in, oh, he ain't doing this, he ain't doing that. Okay. It's what you say. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, whatever floats your boat. Anybody want to holler at me? I'm at The Real Rampage on Instagram. Rampage, the Last Boy Scout. I'm on TikTok. Real Rampage. I'm on Beagle. Real Rampage. I got a radio show called Mix Show Madness. 24 hours on iHeartRadio. I'm on iHeartRadio. 24 hours playing classic hip hop. I was a DJ before I was a rapper. Plus, I used to DJ for Rod Digger. You know? See, a lot of things you don't know. So, you know, I'm DJing, celebrity DJing. I just finished doing all Super Bowl weekend. Got the water coming, Splash Drip H2O. Go to my website for my water company, Splash Drip H2O. My sneaker company, Soul Fing. I own a sneaker company, Rated R Empire. What else, man? I got a lot going on, man. You know, God is good, man. And I'm praying for everybody that's watching this that need prayer. R.I.P. Dove, De La Soul, R.I.P. Fife, R.I.P. Chris Lighty, R.I.P. everybody that lost their lives this year, last year, and a few years ago, all our great artists. I'm praying for all you families. And I just want to say salute to everybody that's on the come up. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't poke the bear. That's not your bear to be poking. And then mind your business. Just let's get to it. I'm back to the music, man. You dig? Your boy.
Real shit, real shit. He just now said a lot, yo. It's been a mouthful, and I don't think he used one word tonight that wasn't fucking needed for everybody. So Rampage, we appreciate you. You just now spoke on something, and it's, you know, time is when you're dealing with someone with so much rich history, it's hard to shut it down to simple time of how much this interview could be and without holding a nigga hostage forever, right? But we do. I want to end this segment on you showing your for some words for Chris Lighty, because that's another hip hop fucking legend, and so many people he helped make who they are today. And rest in peace to him. Rest in peace, like you said, Dove. Rest in peace, Fife. Rest in peace. We talked about whoever, you know, whether
Biggie and Craig
hip-hop,
Mack and right.
Everybody. Rest in peace them all. Love them all. You know, your people that's watching, whoever it is, rest in peace. Prayers for all, man. But send us off with something from Chris Lighty, man. With some lessons or something.
Well, learn how to negotiate your contract. He taught me that while he was negotiating my contract. And learn to have a great entertainment attorney. Learn that it's just business, it's never personal. And learn when you're doing your contracts, always structure the contract that you can always get out. And that's what I love about Chris Lighty, because he always can structure a contract where it'll work out no matter what. Violator forever, man. Salute.
That's what the fuck it is, man. Y'all know what this is. Cause Face Up Podcast. Catch us on all platforms. Follow us, subscribe to us, like us. All of those things that you could do, guess what? We love back. We support back. We appreciate all the love and support y'all been showing. Big shout out to motherfucking Flipmode. Big shout out to Rampage, the last Boy Scout. Big shout out to everybody that's out there moving. Like he said, Bus said. What was some words Bus said? We're going to end that shit on this. He said, if you fall, get the fuck back up, right?
Correct.
And that's what I want y'all to do. Fall, get the fuck back up, because we all going to fall. And they out of here, man. Peace.
Salute.